Let's get real for a minute. Sometimes, the most important conversations are the ones we avoid the most. We all have struggles, but some are easier to talk about than others. There's a silent epidemic happening in homes everywhere, one we rarely talk about, even with those closest to us. It's not always visible, but it's there, quietly affecting millions of lives behind closed doors. I'm talking about compulsive pornography use. It's a topic that makes many people uncomfortable, but that discomfort is exactly why we need to address it. People often think it's just a private habit, something harmless or easy to control. But for many, it's a powerful compulsion they can't break, no matter how hard they try. It can feel like a secret battle that never ends. This isn't about morality or judgment, it's a mental health and relationship issue. It can erode trust, create distance, and leave people feeling isolated, even in a room full of loved ones. When a behavior starts to control you and damages your work, family, and connections, it's a problem. It can sap your energy, focus, and joy, making everyday life feel overwhelming. The silence around this topic is causing real harm. The more we avoid it, the more people suffer in isolation, believing they're alone in their struggle. People are suffering alone, convinced they're the only ones struggling. The truth is, this is far more common than most realize. Shame keeps them from reaching out for help. It builds walls, making it even harder to break free from the cycle. We need to break this cycle of silence and create a safe space for honesty and vulnerability. Healing starts when we feel seen and heard, not judged or dismissed. We talk openly about other addictions, substance abuse, gambling, overeating. We recognize those struggles as real and deserving of compassion. But when it comes to porn, the conversation stops. The room goes quiet, and people look away, afraid to admit their own pain or confusion. Why? Because it's tied to our most private selves and deep societal taboos. It's wrapped up in shame, secrecy, and fear of being misunderstood. Ignoring a fire doesn't put it out, it lets it grow. The longer we pretend it isn't there, the more damage it can do. It's time to turn on the lights and have a real conversation about what's happening behind closed doors. Only then can we start to heal, together. This is a human issue, not just a private one. It affects people of all backgrounds, ages, and walks of life. The first step is admitting there's a problem. It takes courage to speak up, but that honesty can be the beginning of real change. Let's face the elephant in the room. It's time to talk. By opening up, we can support each other, break the stigma, and move toward a healthier, more connected future. Why should you care? Why is this topic suddenly everywhere, and why does it feel so urgent right now? Because this affects more people than you think. It's not just a private struggle, it's a silent epidemic that touches lives across every age, background, and community. Compulsive porn use impacts mental health on a massive scale. It's linked to rising rates of anxiety, depression, and even loneliness, especially among young people. The brain gets hooked on instant gratification, making real life feel dull and unfulfilling by comparison. Everyday moments lose their spark. This can lead to anxiety, depression, and a loss of interest in real relationships and goals. People start to withdraw, feeling disconnected from themselves and others. It creates unrealistic expectations about sex and intimacy, making real connections harder. Partners may feel inadequate or misunderstood, and intimacy suffers. For partners, discovering a secret habit can feel like betrayal, shattering trust and creating emotional distance that's hard to repair. Addiction consumes your time and energy, stealing from your potential and productivity. Hours slip away, and dreams get put on hold. It chips away at your self-esteem and self-respect. You start to question your own worth and wonder if you'll ever break free. The cycle of "I'll stop tomorrow" leads to a deep sense of failure. Each broken promise to yourself makes it harder to believe change is possible. This isn't just about porn, it's about your relationship with yourself, your ability to trust your own choices, and your hope for a better future. That's why this conversation is essential. We need to talk openly, support each other, and break the silence that keeps so many people stuck. It's about our well-being as individuals and as a society. When we address this together, we create healthier relationships and stronger communities. We can't afford to ignore it. The time to start this conversation is now, because healing and change are possible, and they begin with awareness. Technology changed everything. In just a few decades, our world has been transformed by digital innovation, reshaping how we live, work, and connect with each other. The pace of change has been staggering, and nowhere is this more obvious than in the way we access information and entertainment. Accessing porn used to require effort and risk, finding magazines, sneaking into video stores, or waiting for late-night TV. Now, it's free, anonymous, and available 24/7, just a few taps away, no matter where you are or what time it is. The internet wiped out barriers, making it a constant presence in our lives. With a simple search, anyone can find endless content, instantly, without judgment or restriction. Smartphones put access in our pockets, making it private and ever-present. The device that connects us to friends and family also connects us to an endless stream of content, anytime, anywhere, even in the most private moments. What was once an occasional event became a daily habit for many. Checking devices for new content, notifications, or stimulation has become second nature, woven into the fabric of our routines from morning until night. The ease of access made it easy for casual use to escalate into compulsion. What starts as curiosity or boredom can quickly spiral into a pattern that's hard to break, affecting mood, focus, and even relationships. The internet also created a market for more extreme content, fueling escalation. Algorithms recommend ever more novel and intense material, pushing boundaries and normalizing what was once taboo. The brain, wired for novelty, gets desensitized, leading to a need for more stimulation. What once excited now feels dull, driving the search for something new, more shocking, or more intense. This digital tsunami didn't just make porn accessible, it accelerated the addictive cycle. The sheer volume and variety of content can overwhelm, making it harder to step away or regain control. The environment now encourages compulsive use like never before. Surrounded by screens and constant connectivity, it's easy to lose track of time and harder to disconnect. Technology didn't just change the game, it rewrote the rules. The boundaries between public and private, work and play, have blurred, and the consequences are still unfolding. We need to understand this shift to address the problem. Recognizing how technology shapes our habits is the first step toward making healthier choices and regaining control. The stakes have never been higher. As technology continues to evolve, so must our awareness and our strategies for coping with its impact on our lives. For years, porn addiction was dismissed as a moral failing, but brain scans revealed patterns similar to substance addiction, real, measurable changes. This shifted the conversation from morality to neuroscience. During the COVID-19 lockdowns, porn use surged, bringing the issue into the mainstream. More therapists began specializing in compulsive sexual behaviors. Support groups and personal stories started breaking the stigma. Scientific research and testimony are finally making this a recognized health concern. We're starting to see it for what it is, a legitimate issue needing compassion and treatment. To understand the impact, listen to the stories. Mark, in his 20s, used porn to cope with stress and loneliness. His grades and friendships suffered. Sarah discovered her husband's secret habit. The betrayal shattered their trust. A lawyer lost focus at work, his mind clouded by addiction. A high school girl felt pressured to look and act like women in videos, leading to anxiety and insecurity. These aren't rare stories, they're happening everywhere. Addiction robs people of time, relationships, and self-worth. It creates isolation, shame, and confusion. Real intimacy becomes difficult, replaced by unrealistic expectations. The cost isn't just personal, it's societal. Millions are quietly struggling, their lives shaped by a compulsion that thrives in the dark. We need to bring these stories into the light. Only then can healing begin. The most damaging part of this struggle isn't porn, it's shame. Shame tells you you're broken and unworthy, keeping you trapped in secrecy. It creates a vicious cycle. Negative emotions lead to porn use, which leads to more shame, and back again. Willpower alone rarely works. Self-punishment just fuels the cycle. Recovery is about understanding yourself, not punishing yourself. It's about finding healthier ways to meet your needs for connection and relief. For some, recovery means abstinence. For others, it's about regaining control. The real goal is freedom from compulsion, secrecy, and shame. Healing is about rebuilding self-respect. You're not defined by your addiction, but by your courage to face it. The battle is for your relationship with yourself. That's the victory that matters, and it's possible. Ignoring this problem won't make it go away, it will get worse. Addiction grows, taking more of your time, energy, and mental space. It slowly chokes out your hobbies, ambitions, and real connections. Relationships suffer, trust dissolves, sometimes leading to separation or divorce. Even if relationships survive, scars remain. Professionally, addiction leads to lost productivity and missed opportunities. The opportunity cost is huge. You trade your future for short-term relief. Living with a secret is exhausting, leading to depression and anxiety. You end up living a double life, disconnected from your true self. Ignoring the problem is an active choice that lets darkness grow. The price is your happiness, relationships, and future. Silence is costly. Facing the truth is the only way forward. If you feel overwhelmed, know this: there is hope. Your brain can change. Neuroplasticity means healing is possible. The first step is ending the silence. Tell someone you trust. Speaking your truth weakens shame and shows you're not alone. Open conversation is the antidote to secrecy. Recovery means changing habits and your environment. Use practical tools, filters, accountability partners, but also build a fulfilling life. Fill your days with real connection, meaningful activities, and healthy coping. Replace old habits with new, positive ones. You're not defined by addiction, but by your courage to face it. Relationships can be rebuilt, often stronger than before. Your best days are ahead, waiting for you to reclaim them. Recovery isn't easy, but it's possible and worth it. Let's choose honesty, connection, and hope. Your new life starts now.